Alright, hello, assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning I bid to everyone. I am delighted to welcome all of you to the Aviation Career and Motivational Talk. I would like to remind all of the participants to follow these simple rules in order to avoid any technical problems during this event. Please do not remove other people in this meeting. And please do respect each other during this event. And if you could, do not leave the meeting until the event has ended because we will be doing a lucky draw in the middle of the session. And also, please remember to screenshot the live session for evidence in the GHOX form. Uh, okay, and before we proceed, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Azira Phoebe, and currently taking Diploma of Engineering Technology in Helicopter Maintenance at Unique Elmiat. I am from Sarawak, and I was born on 29th June 2002. And I will be your host for today. With all due respect, together with us today in this event are our panelists, Miss Nurul Sofia Suhaimi. She is a technical services engineer at Malindo Airways. And we have Miss Nur Atikah binti Azmi. She is a training instructor at Airbus Customer Services at Sindiran Berhad. And of course, I would like to give a warm welcome to everyone here with us today, because it is truly appreciated. All right. Without further ado, I want to start off this program with asking Miss Sophia if
Yes.
you wouldn't mind sharing with us about your journey into becoming a technical services engineer at Malindo Airways. And I'm sure the audience, they would love to know more about you. So if you don't mind, you can share to us a bit more about yourself along the way. If that's
Okay.
all right. All
All
right.
right. That's all right. Hello, all. Good morning. It's a pleasure and also honor to be here to speak to my fellow Miatans and also to my fellow alumni, which is Atika, who is also happen a friend of mine. And thank you to the moderator for arranging these sessions. Actually, to be honest, I have never imagined myself being here speaking to you about the industry. Actually, after almost 9 years, I graduated from MIAT. Well, indeed, it is a very rare to see people of my gender being at the forefront of aviation industry, as well as playing an important role in airline day-to-day operations. A bit about myself, I graduated from MIAT in 2012 in Diploma of Engineering Technology in Helicopter Maintenance. And after that, I got an offer to continue my study in master degree, mechanical engineering with aeronautics in Brunei University, London, United Kingdom. Actually, from there, it has helped me to see both worlds of technical studies via hands-on and also theoretical physics, which also deepens my knowledge in engineering as a whole. Well, indeed, MIAT played a vital role in preparing myself for this kind of experience. Afterwards, due to my passions towards aviation, I gained my hard-fought experience in Airbus helicopter back then in 2012 and also summer 2013. After that, I earned my place in the industry with Galaxy Aerospace in 2016. And finally, Malindo in 2018, where I am currently employed as Technical Services Engineer. So back to Phoebe. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Sophia. Okay. Uh, and now we would like to ask Miss Nur Atika. Can you share with us your experience in the aviation industry and what are the reasons why you chose the aviation instead of other industries? And of course, feel free and don't be shy to also share more about yourself with us. Uh, your mic, Miss Natika.
All right. Assalamualaikum. Thank you so much, Phoebe. Assalamualaikum and hello, everyone. So, first, I want to express my gratitude towards the WIAM, Women in Aviation Meet, for inviting me today, for being one of the panelists. Like Sophia, I never imagined myself to be here to talk with you guys about, the aviation industry. So I'm honored to be here. So, a little briefly about myself, I am a former student of UNIKE Almiat from 2006 until 2013. So I studied in diploma and also degree, both majoring in avionics. And then I start my journey as in a career world as an B2 mechanics at aerospace engineering. So my journey, my career in aviation industry. So first, my position is be a B2 mechanics in aerospace engineering in 2013 after I graduated. And then I got another offer. So I got the opportunity to work with my current employer right now, Airbus Customer Services Berhad, also has a B2 mechanics. So while in the organization, in the company, I've been promoted to three positions from the mechanics to management side. um in 2015 I was a B2 mechanics. So be a mechanics in Airbus, you need to travel a lot. So you need to support the customer all around the world. So I need to travel a lot and I need to stay in that one location for 1 to 2 3 months to support the working party. We called it as a working party. So after that, 2015, I've blessed. I have a baby boy. So the situation and the situation and the position that I held that time as a mechanic is not, it's clashing because I cannot leave my son for a long time of period. And then the management decided to move me to the management side, to management team, to support the deployment of the mechanics and all. So there is when I become the an office girl, I would say, but more towards operation. Hello, can you hear me? Sorry, there is something. Okay. Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you,
Yes,
Tika.
we
Okay,
can
okay,
see you.
sorry.
Exactly.
Something happened. Sorry. Okay. So that's my journey start with, as a management woman. So I start being doing the administrative and logistic work, and then I become the safety and health representative for the organization, for the company, and then I'm also ethics and compliance representative for the company. So I've been in several roles in throughout my journey in Airbus. So why in aviation industry? Of course, like Sophia, we have passion in aviation, so that's why we choose aviation. Okay, no other reason. It's all about passion. That's why we are here in aviation industry. Back to Phoebe. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Miss Naatika. As you can see here, we have two of our former UNICAL students, and they are both powerful women, as we can see. All right. Well, continuing with our session, Miss Sophia, I would like to ask. Along
Yeah.
the way, you have been contributing inside the technical jobs, like you mentioned earlier, in big companies such as Galaxy Aerospace, right? Uh,
Yes.
what was the most challenging task that you had to face, and what do you do to lift up your spirits and in maintaining the passion towards it?
Oh, actually, it's about the working hours because one of my portfolio is actually involve AD, which was published by authorities. So I have to give full support around the clock, as missing one of those can actually bear repercussions to internal and external audits. Not to mention safety issue as well. So speaking of audits, those are the crunch time for us since these auditors came not only from CAM or formerly known as DCA, but also from IATA and sometimes from lessor. But another challenge is, of course, to keep all the works done in time because airline operates 24 hours per day. So, as I said, around the clock. Obviously, it is tiring, definitely, but I took it as a pride to myself as This actually shows my capability is being recognized and respected, not just by Lindo's relevant hires up, but also by auditors from local and foreign. It's actually that feeling when you are relied on makes you feel special and important. Actually, I was lucky enough that my life has taken me here up to this level. Now, back to Phoebe.
Okay, thank you, Miss Sophia. Well, yeah, as a woman, we face a lot of problems, especially that a lot of work, right? Well, that's good. When we feel relied on and when we get the job done, it really motivates us to do even more, right? Alright.
Yeah.
Well, now I would like to move forward with asking Miss Nur Atika. Uh, as an avionics expert, what other options of career would you suggest the fresh graduates out there who might want to pursue something else instead of licensed aircraft engineer? Something that is related to the aviation, of course.
Okay. All right. Same as you guys. Before, when I'm in Unique Amiat, my ambition, my goal is actually I want to be a licensed aircraft engineer. So, well, we can plan, but Allah the greatest plan. Sometimes it's not the goes the way that we want, right? So actually, there's a lot of opportunity rather than to be a licensed aircraft engineering. You can be like Sophia, technical service engineer, avionics, specialist in avionics. We have a position as a planner, aircraft planner. You can be specific also in avionics, major in avionics. There is other side, you can explore many more, there is many more. You can be an expert of aviation safety management system. You can be human factors specialist. You also, if you guys know, there is a new it's already popular in Europe country, in American country, but it's not yet in our country, in Malaysia. We call it as aviation psychologist. For you guys who are, have second interest in psychologies, you can go apply for this position also, aviation psychologist. Quality also is one of the position that you can apply, rather than be a licensed aircraft engineering. So don't close your scope just to aim to become a licensed aircraft engineering. It's good. Everyone wants to be a licensed aircraft engineering, but as I said, we can plan, but we doesn't know in the future what's going to happen. So always have a backup plan. So always explore, always knows what other position in aviations are out there. Okay, so yeah, that's my advice to all of you.
Alright, okay. Well, uh, that's yeah. As me myself, I don't really know a lot of options out there other than the course that I am taking. So I think to have a lot of options for your future related to your passion or
Mm-hmm.
anything, it's good. It's good. And I hope that I would soon do my own research for
Yes.
for this for that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Shall we continue? Okay. I would like to ask you both. What's your opinion for students who have finished their studies and the ones who will finish their studies soon, like me, in order to choose the correct career path in aviation? Because is it okay for us to choose our desired career path in aviation or just grab the chance in front of us, especially during this pandemic? Uh,
Sophia, you
yeah,
want to start first?
whenever you guys are ready.
Well, we all want something from life, but due to certain circumstances, we can't get everything we want. Everybody knows that. But in these instances, in this context of your questions, I would say if you are willing to be patient, then pursue your dreams. I understand that during this pandemic, life is not easy and jobs are hard to come by. Any opportunity actually to get a job looks like gold right now, and it is totally fine. However, if possible, find something you like to do. And a little a little bit about how I end up in Malindo, where it's actually started with two training stints I received in Airbus Heli back then in 2012 and 2013. And during those time, I did well during my OJT, which according to my superior at that time. And he even gave his recommendation letter for my permanent employment. So what I'm trying to say is, if you have the right attitude, you have the right mindset, you can go anywhere because not I don't have to wait long afterwards. I was offered a place in Galaxy in 2016, and during that time, my position as a technical services engineer, which specialized in structure, and at the same time, I'm also a show compliance engineer for DOA approval. One of the things that I'm proud of is because at that time, I was the only fresh graduate employed by the company. That means how much people trust you. And it is not easy to be given an important role early on, especially if a company is still under pending approval. And my time here also in Galaxy shaped me, and I learned a lot from all the seniors there. But right now in Malindo, I specialize in airworthiness, and I totally love my job. To be honest, not to bode but memang I totally love my job. So if you love your job, you will not work a day, because I know a lot of people who are not in aviation and still be successful. Actually, my advice is getting a degree is not just getting a piece of paper. And from my humble experience, higher learning teaches you to be independent, creative, and obviously wiser than your old self. That's what people who wanted to employ you will look up for, your personality and also mindset. Point is, getting a four flats, but with a spoiled attitude, will get you nowhere. Remember, there are skills that you need to hone, as it will help you by getting everywhere you go. You can be successful anywhere as long as you have the right mindset. So back to Phoebe.
Right. Now that's pretty good. I guess it's true. Attitude is everything. Impression, but if you want to do something, you have to love it. You have to love what you do in order to love your life and what you're doing. Also, I would like to remind the participants and everyone who's watching, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comment section, and we will have a Q&A session after this. Miss Nur Atika, if you can, if,
Okay.
alright.
I cannot agree more with what Sophia just told you guys just now. It's totally correct. First, you need to do things that you love to do, what you are passionate about. For me, it's very important because when you are start your career, you want to build up your career, so you need to start with something that you are love and passionate to do. Because when you are doing something that you love and passionate, you will, even though that day is a hell day for you, but because you love it, you will just go push it and go through it. Okay, so for me, it's better for you to go towards your goal. What is your goal at what you want to be? um Actually, even though before the pandemic, it's not easy for especially us in aviation industry to find a job, because we are in the aviation industry in Malaysia is very small. So we have a lot of competitor out there. Every year we have like thousands of graduate students like you guys are fine for a job place to work. So as Sophia said, uh for me, your attitude, your personality is the most important thing, because when you are out there to find a job, you cannot sell your work experience because you don't have work experience yet. So for me, the most important is to sell yourself, your attitude, your personality, and show to the company that you want to work with what you can contribute to them. Okay, so yeah, for me, just go for your goal. If you aim to be a licensed aircraft engineer, just go for it. I know it will be takes time. I think for B2 avionics, you want to be an LAE, you need to have like 5 years experience, if I'm not mistaken. So just plan yourself. Plan yourself. What you need to do, and go towards your goal. When you love something, you will, face all the obstacles and hurdles just to get the goals that you want at the end. So yeah.
Okay, that's well. Now we move on to the Q&A session. And you, someone asked, to further master our work right after we finish study is the best choice for wait, hold on. Okay. Hi, Hayati Mokta asks for your opinion. Further master or work right after we finish study is the best choice. For what is the best choice for degree students? Can uh, can you?
Okay, I'll answer that question. Thank you, Hayati, for your questions. Further master or work right after we finish study is the best choice for degree student. I said you don't have to narrow down your path into one. Let's say, for example, in the beginning you set your goal to be to further study in master instead of trying concurrently to apply for work. To me, you still can do both, and let let the let the best things happen during the time. For example, in my previous experience, I was also in the midst of whether wants to further my degree or also I want to pursue taking license. And people said, yalah takdir kan. So God already gave the best path for us because during my OJT, I received a phone call from Mara and also Miat to further study in UK. So I guess you just have to do both at the same time and see whichever comes first or whichever suit you the best at that time, and you can pursue it. Thank you.
Yeah. So if we are in a dilemma, just we choose what's best for what you think is best for you. Okay. Is there any more questions from the participants? If you, all right. Well, I have a question myself. Is that okay?
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Uh, I noticed that. Um, oh, okay. Uh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. During your journey in this aviation industry, right? Uh, have you ever been looked down upon because we as women and new, even though we know our skills? How do you like prove to them and like keep your strength and motivate yourself to keep going?
Okay, I'll let Atika answer first.
Okay. All right. Okay. So for me, of course, when I was working as a mechanics, well, you have to face that situation. For me, I cannot say it's common, but I think it's what we always talking about. Women's always looking down, and then when we are in the position were dominated by the men, so they will question us, why are you doing this kind of job? So I would say my experience with Airbus when I become the mechanics in Airbus. So I'm the only woman who are hired as a mechanics in Airbus. So I need to travel to the working party, to the customer side. So at there, I need to communicate or working together with the other entities from UK, from Spain, from France. So most of them are guys, men. So there was a shock why I'm there, because there is the first time in Airbus Airbus there is a woman working in the working party. So uh, what I can advise to you guys is that trust yourself, believe in yourself. You know that you can do this. Uh, actions speak louder from actions speak louder. So prove to them by your actions. Show to them that you are can be good as them. You know, if you don't know, learn. Yeah. I think that's the way how I, you know, go through all the experience back when I am a mechanic. So yeah, believe in yourself. Always eager to learn things, and show to them that you also can be good as them. Um, yes, that's my advice to all of you. I think it's not for in Malaysia. We don't have that kind of situation, because previously I've worked with aerospace engineer. I don't have that kind of impression, because we are working together. Even though we are man or woman, we are working together. But you know, for other part in the world, like for example in France, there is less women working as a maintenance personnel. So when they see a woman, you know, to be in the working party, that kind of job scope, repair the aircraft and everything. So it's like a new things for them. So yeah, so for me, just do believe in yourself, just, you know, just show that to them that you can be best as them. And then if you don't know, learn. Okay, just be humble, you know, just don't try to show off and everything. Just be humble and learn. My experience is always every day is learning process. Okay. Thank you.
So that's thank you, Miss Nerd. We have another question. This one is from Ola Gonzalez. I hope I pronounced that right. For both of the speakers, how do you handle working with different and difficult people? Also, what is the first step that you do into joining the aviation industry, and what you do right after you finish your studies?
Who want to start first? Pick one. Go choose. Phoebe choose.
Phoebe choose.
We
We
can
can
start with
answer.
Miss Sophia.
Okay.
You
Which one
can
you prefer? I answer. Which of the questions?
okay. How
Because you have.
we start with how
Mm.
do you handle working with different
Mm-hmm.
and or difficult people?
Oh, okay.
How do
Every day you will face a difficult people. I
Yes.
won't lie about that. And sometimes you are really
Yes.
pissed off and you just
Yes.
want to reply to the email. Why are you so ignorant, not understanding the questions or the job? But to me, you want to work in aviation industry in a long time. You want to have a good relations with other people in different departments. So you have to show your professionalism when you work with others. And sometimes I understand you almost reach your boiling point, but try to think it this way, that people might have a bad day during those days, might be a few hours or minutes before he or she was scolded by the boss. So instead of pissing each other, I
Yes.
prefer to be professional and tone yourself down. Maybe don't reply straight away to that person, because talking in an anger mode, it doesn't help. So maybe after a few minutes, then you approach back that person.
yeah, to we have to keep positive
Yep.
that the person is going through something. Alright, we can, same question. This one, you guys, both of you guys can answer.
Okay.
What is the first step that you did to join the aviation industry right after you finished studies?
Hmm. So I take my turn, and then Sophia after that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So after I graduated, after I finished my practical on 2013, in 2013 with Malaysia Airlines. So a month, I think a few months before, 2 months before I ended my practical, I already start to send all my resume to all aviation company in Malaysia. So my first step is that I Google every aviation company, a company that we have in Malaysia. All right. So yes, first, I would say when you are in your practical time, the 6 month time, so do your best, like Sophia did when she is with Airbus helicopter. Do your best. Better to have a recommendation letter. It's very powerful when you have this kind of letter from your superior. Okay, when you have that kind, uh, that letter, and then you need to find job. So my first thing is I send a lot of resume. So you need to be prepared that you will not get any answer from the company, but always trust that Allah always see your hard work, what you have been through while you are study. You are like, for me, I've been 7 years in MED study. I should be a doctor by then, but no. Okay, so just believe that Allah see your hard work. So just do your best. Send your resume to every company that you wanted to work for them. Okay, first you have to have a very good resume. Okay, uh, and then yeah, just send it. So that is my first step. Alhamdulillah, I don't wait for too long. Right after I finished my practical, on June 2013, July 2013, I got an offer as a B2 mechanics at aerospace engineering. So for me, just yeah, send your resume out to every company that we have
Yes.
in Malaysia. So that's my plan and my step when I want to find a job. I don't know about Sophia. Maybe Sophia have a different story experience.
Oh, actually, a bit funny about my story because the first step that what I've done is actually during my wedding day, my boss came, my former boss came, and then while saying congratulations to me, and then she said, "Do you want to work with Galaxy Aerospace?" I was like, "Huh?" She said, "Okay, you can think about it." Because previously you have a good reputations in Airbus because she also worked in Airbus Heli
Mhm.
before. So, yalah, aviation kan, pusing-pusing you jumpa muka
Oh,
sama
yes,
je.
betul.
So that's important. You have to keep a good reputations. It's
Yes,
all started when you done your OJT actually.
yes.
So because due to that recommendations, and I was thinking, okay, is it aviation again? I don't want to be in aviation. I want to try something else because I'm doing mechanical as well. But after applying a few jobs, then I was thinking, no, I'm not interested in different field of engineering actually. So
Mhm.
I gave a call to my former boss. Then I said, okay, let's set up an interview. So the rest is history then.
But yeah, you have to do your best and trust the process, right? Okay,
Yes.
Yes.
we have another question. This one is from Nur Atika Muhammad Sabri. She asked,
Okay.
is it still relevant for us as students to pursue for licensed aircraft engineer regarding the chances that's offered by aviation companies nowadays?
Uh,
Should we
Katika,
start
I
with?
answer this question first, yeah?
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay. For me, because right now it's very hard to even secure a job. So when you get a chances given by the company to pursue the license, just go for it. I mean, at least the company offered to you the chance of being one of their employment staff, which is very rare right now because there are
Yep.
situations student needs to do independent taking the license, but in the end it is not approved by our local authorities. So I guess that is more secure. Katika, if you have any opinion?
My opinion is that it is still relevant for a student to pursue for lessons regarding the chance offered by aviation company nowadays. For me, it's still relevant. You can go proceed your licensing because usually most of my fellow friends who are graduated, they are taking their licensing on their own. Okay. And then is when you got an offer from the company, just go for it. And then at the same time, it's an advantage when you have the license actually in aviations. For me, when you have a license, yeah, it's really an advantage in aviation. So for me, it's relevant for you to pursue with the licensing. Just go for it. No matter what's the chance is it once the pandemic is gone and aviation come back strong, you we are they will find uh, the opportunity. It will be bigger. Okay, so just be patient, and we'll see because aviation will come back strong, and then you the licensed people will be a hot what we call it, hot stuff. Hot stuff. They will demand for a licensed engineer. Yes, even it's just now because of the pandemic. We will get up strong, and then we will you will be the hot people. The demand, the company will need you guys. So yep.
I think for me, to if either the question is to either take your license or not, I think it's better because if it's about knowledge, anything is relevant if you have knowledge, right? Okay.
Correct.
So we have another question from Ahud Al Zabi. I hope I pronounced it right. What is your greatest achievement outside of work? I mean, outside of the aviation.
Hmm.
Do you?
I'm thinking. I'm trying to think what achievement. Oh. Hmm. Out of work, huh?
Okay, while you guys are remembering your achievements,
Yes.
like to remind the participants that the draw form is now open. So remember to fill in so you don't miss out the chance to win a lucky draw. Alright? Okay, so Miss Sophia and Miss Nur Atika,
Yep.
back to the question.
Katika, you want to answer first the greatest
Which
achievement?
oh can we skip the question and then we come back later because I think keep thinking what's the achievement that I
Alright.
get out of work.
Okay. Okay, the next question is from Izyan Izati Zairi. Okay, what is the hardest challenge you have faced when working in the aviation industry? I know that you've mentioned earlier, but we want to go in deeper the challenges that you
Deeper.
faced.
Hmm. Sophia? Me?
Okay.
Who?
Okay. Hardest challenge you have faced when working in aviation industry. Actually, there are three things that challenge me. First, you have to deal with lots of people, lots of different attitude and also mindset, as I mentioned earlier. Second is because of the regulations keep on changing. I mean, in aviation industry, we try to improvise and do better every single day for operations to be better. So when you need to adapt a certain new regulations from the authority, you need to further study a new things that maybe that one you not even learn in Miat, or even your senior in your previous workplace have ever encountered before. So it's like a new experience for you. And third thing is the working hours, like I said, because you have to be alert all the time. You have to see the email. I even woke up, the first thing I did in the morning is seeing my email if there is anything important or I missed out. Because in airlines background, we need to stay alert all the times, 24 hours. So that's my three biggest challenges. So back to Atika.
So for me, my challenges is same. First, always about people. So we need to communicate a lot with people. So as myself, communication is very important, vital. And then I have my boss not just in Malaysia. I have a boss in Toulouse. So sometimes our understanding is different because of our language barrier. So and then we have I need to work with a different culture, the different mindset and attitude. So like for example, in UK they have a different mindset. They have a different kind of thinking, and then France they have different. So you need to adapt with this environment. You need to understand them to make sure that you can have a efficient communication with them. So that's about people. Second, in first when I'm a mechanic as well, you have a challenge to prove yourself, that show to them that you can do your work. That's my challenges. And then the third one, when I'm being a management side, so there is a lot of new things that I need to learn. I never learned about safety and health, so there's a new job scope for me. So I need to go for the training, and I need to organize to set up the safety and health in the company. So it's very challenges because I work alone. But that's one. And then I got another opportunity when my boss asked me to be a training instructor, which is I never imagined myself to be a teacher, because I'm not someone that are very good in teaching people and then speak in a big crowd. So that's another big challenges for me. It's really affected my personal life, because there is something that I fear the most when talking in front of the people. So alhamdulillah, after 2 years of the development pass, so I have a development pass to be a trainer. It's okay now. I fall in love of being a trainer. And I thank my boss for giving me the opportunity and see my potential that I can be a training instructor. So that's a challenge that I have throughout my journey in 8 years in aviation.
Um, I think the challenges that we face really upgrades our characteristic. What is the major changes in your life aspect of your career before the pandemic and now during the pandemic?
Major changes. Insecure.
Major
I don't feel
changes.
secure anymore. Honestly, I don't feel secure anymore. I
Why
feel
is
that
that?
previously I think we are living in the comfort zone. We feel that we have our job, we will get paid at the end of the month, so our life is like normal, nothing happened, we are in safe place. Okay, but when the pandemic happens, there is a lot of not a good things also happen in the company, where we need to go for the retrenchment. Many of our friends needs to be no job and everything. So from there, I even though alhamdulillah I'm not impacted by the retrenchment, but it's impact me very um it's really impact me in terms of how I look my life. I see things in different perspective. I see things that actually our life is very short. And my job is not secure. Anytime my boss can say that this is your last day. So that is the major changes in my life. And then because I'm in the comfort zone, I feel that I have everything now, nothing will happen. And then I change. I need to go to do things that I wanted to do before. there's a lot of I have a lot of wish lists and goal lists that I want to achieve in my life before 35, before 40. Due to this pandemic, I would say, I thanks to this pandemic, I try to to go forward to my goal that I just put it in my book, but I didn't go for it. So now I challenge myself. This is what you want. Just you need to do now. You need to go out from your comfort zone. So that's really a major changes in my life during the pandemic.
Yeah, there is
Yes.
good and there is bad.
Okay,
Most of yeah.
major changes in my life definitely because of the salary, of course.
Yes.
Yes, because of some people facing retrenchments. Like Atika said,
Mm,
Alhamdulillah, we both are not affected by the retrenchments, but there is consequences for you to stay
mm,
there, and also the salary affected. So another thing is it affect you financially, and it makes me think whether I spend my money wisely, my salary wisely all this while. So
yes, that's correct.
yes, so better save your allowance now because I know in
Yeah.
Mia you guys receive allowance because it helps you in the future. If you, not to say to pile up all your money, but at least
But
have some savings for you to roll up and to survive in the next few months. And of
yes.
course, you are mentally challenged because some of your colleagues are resigning and also being retrenched. So for you to stay positive, and also because they are resigning and the company, I think every company in aviation right now is shrinking, so you need to do multitasking work to cover the people that have already resigned. So
Sign.
in order
Yes.
for you to stay positive and keep on doing the works, the best you can do is to motivate among your
Yourself.
team members within the department.
Yes. Yes.
So back to
Yeah,
Phoebe.
we have to have a lot of. Alright. Here we have another question here from Ahud Al. What motivated you to join the aviation industry?
Katika, I answer that first, okay?
Okay. Oh, you.
Okay.
Okay. Go for it.
When talking about motivation, it's actually because back then in MIAT, when I did my diploma, uh, always the things lecturer always said becomes LAE, and it's very rare to see women becomes LAE, especially in helicopter. Yes, it is still rare. You you hardly can see women becomes LAE in helicopter.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, oh, that's something new, and a woman can do that. Well, when you are in the industry, people keep on mentioning names. Oh, she can do that, she can do this. So it's like motivates you to be on the same level or even better than other person that has already succeeds in the
Yes.
industry. And motivation is actually most important thing is you need to love your job. That's all. Whatever you do, you need to love it. So I don't think I will change a different engineering field after this because this year will be my 5th year, and so far I think aviation is the place for me to settle down. So Katika.
What motivate me to join the aviation industry? What motivate me? First, I would say because I love aircraft. The first reason why I applied MEAT because of the cost lah about the aircraft. So and then we will be bombarded by the lecturer about you can become a licensed aircraft engineer. So on our mind, yes, at the end we will be the licensed aircraft engineer. So and then for a woman to be at that position is what we are aim for, because it's rare to see a woman to be a licensed aircraft engineer. So that is my aim. Well, like Sophia said, takdir happen, right? So but still, even though I didn't become a licensed aircraft engineer, I still love aviation. I can't describe why, but I think, yeah, aviation is the right industry for me. I don't know how to describe it, but yes. Passion. I think it's about passion.
I guess when
Motivate. That's
you
motivate
yeah,
me.
I guess when you worked on something for so long, for so hard, and when you've achieved something that motivates you to do it even more, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we will end our Q&A session here. Also, I would like to tell all the participants the Google form for the lucky draw has now closed. Okay, and we will announce the winner on the next round. Alright, and I hope everyone is still here with us, still wide awake. And since we're in the topic of the pandemic situation, Miss Sophia,
Yeah.
can you give us some motivational words for the students who have lost their hopes in to continue the studies in aviation in these crucial times? Because we see that we're youngsters, we have a lot of options, but we have already pursued in this course. We want to stick with it. So how do we keep motivated and you know?
Okay. If you remember the answer I gave before, it is somehow related to that actually. Remember the important feeling vibe is actually right now is a rather difficult time for us in aviation. Actually, I totally understand if people lost hope or not even motivated anymore. Plus, with the reduced salary and also retrenchments issue, indeed, it is bad time for us in aviation. However, for me, because I feel a sense of responsibility, and I think that sense of responsibility is unique in itself, which in my current position of work in Malindo, I have to link multiple sections together to do my job. So it is important your working environment, for examples, your colleagues and friends, keeps you motivated to go further. If it is filled with positivity, I think you will definitely enjoy your work with your colleagues and you will support them, help them without prejudice. And bear in mind never to fill your workplace or even right now your classroom with with negativity. Since the situation in pandemic is already negative enough, so we had enough of that already. My point is it's always to fill it with positivity attitude. For you guys that are still studying, hope is still there, but I can't promise you that aviation is still a good industry because some people might find it very difficult to stay in the industry. Plus, if you read the newspaper, every day you read, oh, company is not secure, retrenchments happen, salary reductions. But to me, if you are doing real works, which involves a lot of moving parts, which is innovation, literally and figuratively speaking, and by being a part of that big family, you can be proud of what you do. Even diplomas, bachelor's or master's even. To me, it's important for you to remember to set a goal for yourself of what you want to do. And most important, what you want to have in your life. To me, always have a plan. And how do you create a plan in your lives? Definitely, you need to research all those opportunities. Like Atika said earlier, might be through Google, the companies, and not necessarily constraints to aviations. But the most important, anything that you like. And like I said earlier in my previous answer, you need to have a backup plan because just now there is a Q&A questions a person asked whether to pursue masters or work right after degree. So bear in mind, have a backup plan because life to me is a strategy for those who wants to be succeed. And the most important is push yourself to be the best in everything you do. It doesn't matter which field you end up with. You need to push yourself and always believe that there is a silver lining or hikmah in everything that happens. And remember, guys, you guys are all smart, but now it is time to be wise. So, Atika?
Do you have anything to add on, Miss Atika? I
Nothing to
think
add. Sophia has been conclude everything.
Yes, I think what we can conclude so far is that uh, if it's what's best for you, you will work hard for it because
Yes.
Yes.
that's the process. And once you've worked hard, I'm sure God will give you what you deserve. Yes.
Yes.
All
Yes.
right. Well, as we all know now, job vacancy nowadays are really limited because of the competitive state. Us youngsters are really competitive. Um, Miss Nur Atika, as a person who's experienced in this field, what are the terms of characteristic that should be fitted by us students so that we will always be a step forward than other competitors?
Mm, okay. So for me, as I mentioned before, the important things, you need to have a good personality, good attitude, and characteristic. Um, what I would say to you guys, because you are fresh graduate, you don't have a work experience that you can sell to the company, right? What I would advise is you guys to know what is your value, knows your value. Okay, because this is the things that you can sell to the interview, because usually when you are being asked by the interviewer why we need to hire you, why you think you are suit with this company, so you need to know what is your value. Share with them what's your value, what's your value can contribute to the company. You need to do a research of that company, what's the company are value of. Like for example, I give an example, like for Airbus, we have our own value, which is the teamwork, integrity. So like align it with yourself. If you are someone who are really in teamwork, just sell that to them. What is your value? You are a teamwork person, you can, what kind of contribution that you can give to the company. So for me, when you know yourself, you know your personality, you know your values, when you give this to the interviewer, they will be impressed, because you don't have work experience to sell you, but you have your own self, sell yourself. So you have to know your own personality, your own value, and your characteristic, and what it can be uh, contribute to the company. So usually, from my experience, especially in Airbus, I don't know in other company, but our human resource, they are seeing a candidate first, their personality, their attitude, and their character. Technical knowledge is second. If you have a four flat result in the university, but you don't have a good attitude, you don't have a good personality, they will not hire you. So for you as a freshie, you have to have a good attitude, behavior, and personality. So that is the first thing the human resource will see in you. Okay, so because they want a candidate, or they want to hire an employee that can be a value to the company, that can be a asset to the company. Okay, so that's my advice for you to distinguish yourself with the other competitor. Back to
Is
you,
it
Phoebe.
is it okay for what happens? We know our value, but we are a bit shy. So what is your advice on that for confidence? Because us girls
Yeah.
sometimes very shy.
Yeah, I know. I've been at your place before, shy, nervous, because this is your first time, right, to go for an interview. So my advice is that while you are still studying, instead of just learn about theoretical knowledge about aircraft and everything, why not you invest yourself in terms of your self development? Go for soft skill classes, like for communications, for to build your confidence. For me, when you go for the interview, the communication is very important, because they want to know that you can communicate well with the interview. So while you are still study, develop yourself, develop your skills, your development, your soft skill, communication. What else we have? Negotiation skill. So build up yourself for you to prepare before the interview.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Miss Sophia, do you have anything to add on to that?
Well, I agree with Atika. So the most important thing is your confidence. I mean, I understand not everyone have a self-confidence, speak at the front of
Yes.
people or even interviewer, and you are keep on wondering back then in your mind, am I talking the right thing? But the most important thing is you need to show your body language how confident you are, how badly you want this through communications. So agree with Atika's point, cover all.
Cover up. All right,
Mm.
that's good. I guess to get something you want, there's nothing wrong in putting 110% into it, right?
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
all right. Now we will move on to the lucky draw session. All right. We will pick a winner. We will share a screen here. Hold on. Okay. Let's see who will win. Yay! All right. Our first winner, Nurul Hijratun
Hijratun.
Nasuha binti Fazil. Sedap nama dia. Alright.
Yay.
Yeah.
Now
Congrats.
Dapat apa ni? Dapat apa ni?
I'm sure later we will contact you. We will contact the winners. Alright, next one. Let's see. Aisha Sharma. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Alright, another one. Alright,
Congrats.
congratulations, Nurul Hira.
Yay. Nama kita tak ada ke?
Congratulations to the winners for the lucky draw. Okay, I think are there any more questions from the participants, if there are any? Or is Miss Sophia and Miss Etika, is there any last words for us before we end the session? Are there more anything that you would like to add on?
Hi, Miss Faziha. Sorry, I forgot to address that
Hi.
earlier. Kak Tika, if you want to start.
Oh, okay. You can. My last advice. Um, for me right now, you are still studying. Enjoy your time while study, because when you start your career world, you will be like us. Okay. So, instead of enjoy your student life and study life, for me at the same time explore explore the aviation industry. If you want to stay in aviation, so looking forward, what is your goal at the end of once you graduated. Okay. And then again, I would say why I mean me I hope that someone can give me an advice, because you should invest yourself, develop yourself before you go to the career world. So I give this advice to you guys. You need to prepare early before you go to the career world, because it's the real world. Okay. Develop yourself, invest in your self development, go for the soft skill training, communication skill. With this kind of additional skills that you have, it is one of the things that will distinguish you with the other competitor, because human resource try to find someone that have a extra than the other candidate. So by having this kind of self development and safe soft skills training, so it will be one of the uh, things that can be difference you and the other candidate. So yep, that's my last advice to all of you. Sophia.
My last advice is since right now is a social media platform is increasing, So there is no harm done if you guys approaching people or professionals in aviation industry through LinkedIn, because sometimes they share good articles and even jobs opportunities for you guys to look at. And the Atika said, I also wish back then in Miat, somebody told me there is a lots of opportunities in industry, because back then during my time, might be this time already changed. During my time, all I know was okay, become technician, become LAE. Of course
Yes.
lah, salary of course salary is the main issue. But I never knew there is a such thing. You can become instructor, you can become tech service, different departments. So always important, if you guys have a time, please engage with peoples in the industry. We are just to say we are quite busy, but we try our best to reply, and don't be shy to ask, because
Yep.
to me, people in our aviation industry is quite approachable. So you can see from time to time they will reply your queries in LinkedIn. So don't worry about that, and always have the right attitude and stay positive. And it doesn't matter if you're being shy or not confident. It's pretty normal, because you don't know what
Yeah.
to expect when you go for interview, or even in career path. But always talk to someone, always to talk to someone, approach someone to know better. There's no harm done to ask questions. And I think in Miyat, we are pretty lucky because we have lecturers, most of them coming from industry. So take the advantage. And I think if you ask one question to them, they are willing to spend 10-15 minutes talking to you about their experience. That's
Yes.
happened to me before, and even Atika also
Yes.
familiar with that. So
Yes.
don't be shy. They are there to help you. And we're lucky to have those lecturers in Miat. Cheers, siap bodek kejap kan.
But it's true.
Okay.
But it's true.
It's true.
Yes.
Okay, back to Phoebe.
Alright. I think what I can conclude and from this, uh, all throughout the session, uh, it's really inspiring for me, and I'm sure to all of the people that's watching. I because I am also taking helicopter in
Ah,
maintenance, and
my junior.
I've been told, mm, and there's only two girls in my class right now, and we only have one class.
Ah,
So I've
Common.
been told,
Common.
common, common.
I've been told, yeah, are you sure you can do this? Are you sure you want to pursue in this? And I know that for me, uh, it's very upsetting for people to say that, but in the end, and at the end of the day, I know that this is what I want to do. It makes me want to prove to them more, you know. And I think because of this pandemic, I don't think we should let it affect us. It's just that we have to put in a little bit more effort. There's nothing wrong with putting more effort with what we want. And yeah, it's thank you to Miss Atika and Sofia. Very, it's very inspiring. Very
You're welcome.
with
You're
now
welcome.
there's a bit more hope. Alright. To all, I guess now to all of the participants, before you leave, make sure to fill up the Google form for your confirmation of attendance. And I would like to express my gratitude to our panelists, Miss Sophia and Miss Atika, and to everyone who spent their time to be with us today. And a huge thanks to all of the committees who work directly or indirectly to ensure for tonight's event, for today's event runs smoothly. And I hope that everyone here gained new knowledge and will use the advices that's given smartly. And I hope that you guys are still holding on, still uh, motivated to do what you are pursuing in. And I
Hold on there,
guess
guys.
that is all from me. All right, we're gonna hold on. Hold on. We as women, we have to be strong. We have to be
Yeah.
strong. Alright. If you guys have any question, I'm sure you guys can contact Miss Sophia and Atika through email. I'm sure they will somehow will
You
answer
can
your
find
question.
us
Is that
at
right?
LinkedIn also.
Yes, you can find us at LinkedIn.
Okay. Well, if that is it, um, students, please remember to fill up your attendance. Okay. All right. Well, with that, uh, also, if you haven't screenshotted the live session now, do it now for proof that you've attended the session. Okay. Once again, thank you, Miss Sophia and Miss Atika, for joining with us today, and
Welcome.
we really appreciate it because I think this has been a big impact to us. Okay,
Yeah.
and with that,
Thank
I think
you.
we could end
Thank
our
you.
event for today. Alright, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and have a great day, everyone. It's still early, so let's be productive, right?
Bye.
And
Bye.
everyone, thank you for being with us today.